Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to look at the Tier 9 version of the Rhinoceronto. And this time, of course, being Tier 9, it might not be as good as the Tier 10, but it is still a pretty decent tank. Now, this is the Progetto C50. Again, very, very similar to the Tier 10 version. So we're going to look at the stats and then we're going to just get into a couple of games. So, of course, the gun is very similar with the two-shot auto reloader. And it is a nice gun. It's not a bad gun at all. Now, the turret armor on this thing is 192, so you may get some bounces if you do come up against Tier 8s more than, of course, Tier 10. Your hull is 135. Now, your DPM is just over 2,000, but again, don't really worry about the DPM on auto reloaders because it always goes by the fact that you're going to shoot all your shells and then reload all your shells and then reshoot all your shells. So you can get it much better if you just shoot one shell, reload, and then shoot one shell, etc, etc. So don't worry about the DPM on pretty much any auto reloading tank. So the shot between each, or the reload between each shell is 3.53, so 3.5 seconds between each shell, and your reload is 11.44 for your first shell and 8.87 for your second. Your penetration is very good for a Tier 9 at 271 on your AP and 368 on your heat. So you'll get through anything. Don't worry about your penetration. You'll get through just about anything, even if you do come up against Tier 10. 70 on your HE as well, which isn't too bad. You have a 400 alpha, 340 on your heat and 515 on your HE. Aim time and the gun dispersion are not that great at 3.8 and 3.335, and this time you have 8 degrees of gun depression, which isn't so bad. 38 kilometers per hour as well, again, which is not too bad. So we're going to get into some games. I mean, we had a couple of games, one of them being this one, I think, and I mean, it wasn't a great battle by all means, but I mean, just look at our team. I mean, if I pause it here, look at our team, not just our team, but you've got the E50M, okay, medium, not bad. And then you've got the Progetto 65, auto reloader. Then you've got 2 Rhinocerontes, auto reloaders. And then, of course, you have me and Fizzy in the Progettos, auto reloaders. So at this point, I'm on voice to Fizzy, and I've said we need to go with these guys. We have to, because it could be mega fun. And as long as we focus the same tanks that they focus, then we should not lose this game. And of course, on the enemy team, they have 3 auto loaders. Well, no, sorry, they have 2. So yeah, we've got 5. We've got 5 in total versus 2. So let's just see how the enemy get on against 5 auto reloading tanks. So we're going to push left. Again, we are in a Tier 10 game, but yeah, I wouldn't worry about coming up against Tier 10s in this thing. Obviously, you want to come up against Tier 8s. It's only natural that you want to be top tier. And yeah, you are going to bounce more against Tier 8 tanks, especially sort of light tanks, medium tanks, heavy tanks. Of course, you will bounce more. But yeah, it's these whole line, I mean, we're going to look at the Tier 8 next as well, and they're not really about the armor. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice for them to have armor, but I think that if they did have armor, then they would be kind of broken. But they don't need armor. That's the thing. They've got a brilliant gun, brilliant auto reloader. They don't need anything else. I think they're perfectly acceptable with the way they are. So we're just waiting for our push. There goes Fizzy. I'm pushing. Here comes the Rhinocerontes. We are going to absolutely destroy that yo. I mean, he did not last long. Unfortunately for Fizzy, because he went first, he's lost most of his hit points. But no problem. Just back up, Fizzy, and let us take over from here. So I'm going to reload 2 shells. There's one. I'm going to ignore the WZ for now. So is everybody else. And look, gone. He's gone. And then we can all reload and then look exactly the same. What's going to happen when we all reload our shells? I'm not even going to have time to reload 2 shells. So let's just reload 1. And he's gone. In the matter of seconds, 3 heavy tanks are absolutely deleted. Honestly, it was fun, and that's why I wanted to show this game. It's not the best of damages in the world, no, of course not. But I just wanted to show how much or how OP it can be. Not just this tank, but when you have 5 auto reloaders on one team against 2, what are the enemies supposed to do about that? Honestly, what can they do about that? Now, I was ignoring the E50M here, thinking that one of my team are going to turn around the corner. They're not, so you know what, I'm just going to kill him anyway. And unfortunately for Fizzy, he dies. So he stayed alive a lot longer than I thought he would. And before you know it, there's only 1 tank left, and yeah, I'm not going to get around there. So mega fun. Absolutely mega fun. I do kind of feel sorry for the enemy team there, but you know, it is what it is. And you have to just move on. So moving on to the next game, again, we are against tier 8s. So hopefully it will, it might be a little bit easier. And we've actually decided to go down at this point. We're like, do we go up with our 2 mediums and help with against the 3 mediums, or do we just sort of hard push down? So we was going to go right. We decided to go left, and as soon as our Tortoise is coming with us, we're like, okay, that's 3 tier 9s coming this way. We've got guns, we've got DPM. We should be able to deal quite easily with whatever comes this side of the map. So we're pushing, and as soon as someone's spotted on the right side, we're like, okay, let's push, and then all of a sudden it's too late, and there is quite a few tanks there. Now, unfortunately, I did bounce my first shot on that object, but at least we tracked him, and we made him mess up his first shot as well. So, yeah, at the minute, you can see it was not a good idea for us to come this side. We've got like four different tanks. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave Fizzy to it to die. So I'm going to try and focus the same tank as Fizzy is. He was focusing. He is now dead from this Carnarvon defender, you big bully. And I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to push. There's no reason for me to push. I do have a very nice DPM tank behind me. So, and considering they're not pushing either, so I wanted to get that shot on that Carnarvon. I didn't want to reload my second shell because he was backing up. I thought, you know what, I'm not going to be able to get any shot into him if I wait for my whole reload. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get that quick shot in. At least it brings him down to a 1 shot. So, yeah, you know. And that's the thing with these auto reloaders. You need to sort of think about how you're going to play it. Are you going to reload 1 shell, or are you going to reload 2 shells? Like here, can I reload both shells? Shall I reload both shells, or should I just shoot him and then reload both shells? But I'm sitting there thinking, you know what? No, I'm going to reload both shells, because if I do get both shells into him, he then is down to probably maybe a 1 shot. But at this point, I need to hurry up and reload 1 shell, and that's what my aim was, to shoot twice and reload 1 shell and then kill him. And I literally just managed to do that, and I've managed to stay alive. Like, more importantly, all these tanks around here, I have managed to stay alive, and that's pretty much going to be all my damage. I don't think I do any more damage, especially against, or do I kill? No, I don't kill the Foch, and I don't do no more damage. So yeah, overall, I think it is a very nice tank, just like the Rhinoceronte. Equally as good, to be fair. Again, if you come up against tier 8s, it will feel a lot better than if you do come up against tier 10. But try and pick those tanks, you know. If you are in this tank and you're not in a platoon, try to work with those tanks that are sort of the same level as you, know. If you're an auto reloader, try and work with a Yo or an auto load. Doesn't have to be an auto reloader, but just try and work with another auto loader. And yeah, I mean, that game there, pretty straightforward, and our team kind of averaged out the damage. So let me know what you think of the Progetto C50.Mod 66. Again, it is a tank I like. I do like the line, to be fair. I've only played the tier 8, the tier 9, and the tier 10, but evenly, like, I like them all. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.